like, subscribe. This is a bit different. I'm gonna try to. This is like obviously a React thing, and you see my little icon on the top, talking and doing it. But I don't know. I wanted to do this because I want to try different things on this channel. See what sticks and see what doesn't. So I saw this video earlier, and I was like, I just had to comment on it because I was like, there's no way I can just not talk about it. I just want to talk about it. Just want to.
These kids
I
can't
saw a
read.
little bit. I saw a little bit of this. I saw like a good chunk of it, but I stopped watching. I was like, this would probably be something good to react to if people really watched.
They can't decode. They have no vocabulary, no background knowledge. I've never seen anything like it. They can't write a sentence. They don't know what state they live in. They don't know what region of the country they're in.
Dude, it's
They have
tough.
no background knowledge. Most of them don't know who the
Like my
president
dad,
is.
like
Everyone is sick
before this guy talks, it's like literally my dad told me, like, makes a joke all the time. Well, they're every time I say something stupid or like something dumb, like really dumb, he's like, oh, there goes my tax dollars. That's where my tax dollars went. Great, but like like that's where our tax dollar goes. I mean, I guess it's not the teacher's fault, but it's just more the students. As someone with dyslexia and ADHD, dude, oh my dude, it was hard to learn back then. Like when I didn't know when I didn't know how to get past those barriers by myself, because I was a kid. I didn't know how to get past those barriers. But like now I do. Like now I do. It's easy. Like someone in college, like it's easy now. It's easy. But dude, this generation,
Country they're in.
not
They have
every
no
country,
background
bro.
knowledge. Most of them don't know who the president is.
Everyone is
Who doesn't
sick
know?
of Gen Alpha kids. So I talked about this on my main channel and the consequences of the iPad generation, right? These kids being raised by technology and phones and all these influencers.
Technology
But this
can't-
trend is kind of
I feel like
taking
it's the way of technology is being used. I don't know. It kind of. I feel like it can't go both ways. Because in college, I see people using technology all the time. Obviously, like I use technology all the time. If I don't know something, I'm gonna look up something. Literally, I don't know. I try to use that technology as an opportunity to learn. But it's hard sometimes. Like if you don't want to do something, it's just hard not just to let technology do it for you, or just to look up something and just easily get the answer. Just change up a couple words and it's just okay. Or just like some teachers don't even care. It's like as long as you just cite your source, you're literally fine. You're literally okay. So it's tough, man. It's tough now.
over TikTok right now. There's like an infinite amount of videos where
Yeah.
teachers are just complaining about being
Yeah, I've seen a
unable to
couple.
handle these rabid Gen Alpha kids, right? They're just being raised by like Skibbity Toilet, Among Us memes, and I don't know, Jack Doherty, Neon, these absolute degenerates like Aiden Ross. Not to mention their parents aren't that bright either. They're either from Gen Z or millennials. So these kids are turning out extremely rude, extremely stupid, extremely
know. I feel like
disrespectful,
millennials
and they
and,
just
like-
can't follow simple instructions.
I don't know. I take because as someone that's part of Gen Z, because Gen Z is like 1997 to like 2012. I don't know. I feel like a lot of Gen Z kids, like, we don't give us enough credit sometimes. I feel like we should split up like Gen Z like into two parts. Like 1997 to 2006 are like early Gen Z, and late Gen Z is 2007 to 2012. Because there's because in my 2005, dude, it was not that bad. When I was in middle school, it was not that bad. Like, I got spanked. If I talked to my teacher like that, if I talked to a teacher disrespectfully, dude, I would literally get smacked so fast. I got home, bro. Oh my god, they already got the email. They already got the call, and my dad would literally just tell me, just go to my room, and I already know. He about to be in my room in the next 5-6 minutes, about to beat my ass, about to get the belt and whoop me. It's these kids nowadays don't never know. But like I said earlier, split like Gen Z up. Like early Gen Z is, I feel like, the good bunch, and late Gen Z is like the bad bunch. There's still like pretty bad bunches coming from early Gen Z, but I feel like it isn't as much. I don't know if that's a good take. I don't know, but to me, I feel like it's a good take. I don't know.
So let's take a look at all these teachers complaining. Teachers sound the alarm on Gen Alpha behavioral problems. This is terrifying.
Young Gen Z teachers are talking about the poor
Oh
behavior.
yeah, before I go on, I probably should show this guy's channel. This guy, yeah, it's this guy right here. This guy, make sure to go check out his channel. I love watching him. He just says it straight up, and I like him. He just says it straight. Good, you know what I'm saying? Good and just honest. Doesn't hide it. Says good stuff. Check him out. Subscribe to him. I'll put the links to the original video in the description.
behavior of Gen Alpha students, and some of y'all are finally starting to believe us when it comes to how much we've missed the mark on raising these kids right. Why don't we review some of the evidence from some of the other creators on this app who might be a little bit more of a relatable age?
This is my folder of crying teachers, and they are confused and frightened by the behavior of Gen Alpha. They're saying Gen Alpha is
Wait a minute,
defiant,
this girl looks like Sniper Wolf, doesn't she? Kinda.
aggressive, disrespectful, and rude.
Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience
Traumatic
of
experience.
my life.
Oh,
They
boy.
don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated...
As someone that's actually trying to become a teacher too, dude, this is like terrifying to me, because I'm trying to become a teacher, right? And it's just, I'm not gonna say what kind of teacher I'm trying to be, but dude, like those kids are gonna be funneling into high school, and those kids are gonna mature in a certain way that may or may not be good. And then when more middle schoolers flood in, it's like those high schoolers, the high schoolers now are going to teach those middle schoolers, and so on and so on. It's just going to get worse.
spot. They're telling you no and shut up.
Dude.
They're
What?
throwing...
Oh my god, dude. I mean, I don't know about you guys, maybe it's the culture difference or something. I don't know if that's a normal thing, but in my school, you can't say that to a teacher. In fact, all the other kids will sort of beat you up if you try and, I don't know, be obnoxious. Now, obviously there were class clowns and stuff.
If you were like in my school, like in high school, or like in elementary school and middle school, if you were disrespectful to a teacher, or if you did something dumb and bad, bro, they would have called your parents. They would have emailed them. You know what I'm saying? The whole works. By the time you got home, your parents already knew what you did. And there's no explaining, dude. It's like, you have to have a really good excuse for not to whoop your ass. Like, they already knew. By the time you got home or in the car, bro, they knew. They knew what you already did. And, like, the silence, because when they pick you up, the silence is just palpable. You can cut the tension with a knife. Like, the parents already know what you did. They already know. And it's crazy. Like teachers back then, they had it on lock. You slipped up once, and your ass is in the office, or your ass is getting picked up from the office by your parents, and they beat your ass in the car, literally. Oh my gosh. By the time, they called my mom first, and by the time they would call my mom, and then my mom would call my dad. Because my dad was the one that disciplined me. He was the one that got the belt on my butt, literally.
Stuff like that, and you'd kind of annoy the teacher by not listening, or I don't know, playing around in class or whatever. But you couldn't tell a teacher to shut up. Like,
Facts.
no, that's not allowed right there. You would get spanked, thrown out of class, and I don't know, you get a stern.
I feel like we should bring back like hitting kids, like bring back the ruler on the hand. I never got that, but I feel like we should bring that back. I really think we should. You know what I'm saying? Or just giving the teachers, like, allowing not to physically abuse them, but say one good slap. You know what I'm saying? What like if they needed to, they can give the kid one good whoosh to the face. You know what I'm saying? Just one good just good smack. Cause sometimes, dude, these kids, dude, these kids can be brutal, especially nowadays. Nowadays with the internet and roasts and stuff, dude. Oh my gosh, dude, it's brutal.
Talking to, I'd say.
Things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot?
I guess.
I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom.
Okay, now one distinction you might be thinking hey, wait, no, everybody does that as well. But that's that kind of happens in middle school and high school when you're going.
I'm back. Just got some water. Shoot, my throat was just hurting.
Going through your teenage rebellious phase, right? Obviously. But Gen Alpha is under 13. Like, these are kids under 13. And
even when you're a rebellious phase, it's not that bad. Like, when I was in middle school, dude, in elementary school, I just wanted to get out of school. I just want, in elementary, I just wanted to go home and play with the neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Playing with kids in my neighborhood. You know, because one of the kids in my neighborhood, they had a console, an early Xbox console, and we played games, we played Halo and stuff. That's what I would do. I would just stay silent, go through the day, do my best, go home, play Halo with my boy. Play Halo with my next door neighbor. That was it. Even with rebellious face, we weren't that bad. it was just like you wouldn't do your work. You would just stay silent, or you would just use your phone in class, and they'd tell you to put it away, and you just did it. Like, dude, I don't understand. Like, where did they get it from? I mean,
If kids
parents,
under
obviously.
13 are being like, hey, shut up, to the teacher and saying, hey, I'm just not going to listen to you ever. I simply don't respect you. That's a straight problem right there, because that is coming straight from the parents, or it's coming from the parents who handed their kids the iPad and coming from the internet somewhere else, right? They're adopting the same sort of personalities of all these creators they're watching, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And also know from that too, on top of that, it's like the music too. Like music nowadays, oh my dude, like all these people are listening to Cardi B, or listening to Juice World, or listening to, like, I guess not Juice World, I guess, but like shit, I feel old. I can't name any relevant, but like, you know how music is nowadays. It's like, oh dude, like, they adopt like any language they hear in music, in like videos, because like it sounds cool. You know what I'm saying? They want to sound cool, so they use the language. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it just goes downhill so fast. If you just don't nip it in the butt real quick, it just goes down fast. Like, it just goes down fast. So you just gotta. A bit of advice: just whoop your kids. Whoop your kids. I know it's old and it's just, but it works. It works. Whooping your kids works. Like, you might not think it works, like, because my parents didn't think. They literally said they thought they were about to stop whooping me, because like in elementary school I would literally like get like folder signs. Because in my school they had folder signs. Basically, if you get in trouble, they would like write up the folder, and then you had to take it home and then get your parents to sign it, saying they acknowledge it and they apologize. You're saying that's basically what the signature means for your parents, right? So literally 2 years, every day I got a folder sign. It'd be rare that I didn't get a folder sign, right? So every day I got my butt whooped. My third year or fourth year, because I think I started acting up in my second year, and it was my fourth year in elementary school, dude. All of a sudden, just like that, like a switch in my head was just flipped, and all of a sudden I was just like the best student ever. My grades were high. Like, of course it's elementary school, so it wouldn't be that hard, but like I was a good student. I was saying yes sir, yes man, dude, yes ma'am, and dude, it would flip, like switch flipped. If you think it's not gonna work, it takes time. For some kids it takes time. For me, it took time. It took 2 years for my butt getting whooped for it to finally sink in that maybe I shouldn't do this. Because like, if I get in trouble for this, I might get my ass whooped, and I don't want to get my butt whooped. So I'm not gonna do it. It takes time sometimes for some kids. Some kids it's like just one ass whooping and it works, or just a couple, it works. But for some kids it takes a couple. It takes a couple, a couple dozen ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying? A couple licks. Dude, no, it wouldn't be a couple licks. It'd be like 10. Like, you would have to take 10 straight whoopings. My dad would be like, you take 10 straight whoopings without crying, you're free to go. You know what I'm saying? But dude, he would hit, like, oh my god, like with the belt against your butt. Oh my dude, it would hurt. And like, if you like even cried or made a sound, like, he would like, oh, that's a sound. There's another 10. Oh my god, it was rough. You learn to shut up. You learn to shut up real quick.
Right? Your child might be a Hassan viewer, in which case I don't think there's any amount of brain surgery that could possibly fix that, right? You're kind of ruined for life. Same thing if he's a Neon viewer, you just like, how can you look up to a guy who fakes his own death, right? It's a bit ridiculous.
I'm also 22 years old, and I will tell you, by far, we are doomed. Like, these kids do not care. Like, I have kids, all they want to do all day long is get high. Like,
I need to ask millennials.
Get high.
Get high.
Okay, I mean, wait,
get
high. Are we talking like 12-year-olds want to get high or something?
Dude, like,
or is he talking about it in a metaphorical sense? Because maybe he's referring to Gen Z.
High school bathroom, and dude, it would be smoky as hell. Like, he's like, even if there's no one in the bathroom, you can tell. Like, you just go. Yep, someone smoked weed earlier. Someone smoked weed. Yeah, I can tell. People and my parents are like, how do you know? It's like, dude, you go up in like a public school, a public high school that's not that well off. Like, well, the high school I went to wasn't bad, but it wasn't like incredibly good. So like, public school, like everyone's lighting up in the bathroom. Like, literally everyone, except for some kids like me.
here. I don't know. If they're above 13, they're Gen Z.
Day long is get high.
I need to ask millennials, why are your kids so awful? And more importantly, why do you think it's so funny? Your kids cannot read. They cannot write. They are ill-mannered.
I've been trying to sound the alarm about Gen Alpha students and their poor behavior in their class.
Homegirl nearly went like, she nearly busted out the Asian accent, bro. They can't read, they can't write. Got to smack them.
Classrooms, as well as their literacy problems since May of last year. But because of my age and how I look, every time I make a video about these topics, I'll get people that have never worked with kids or have never spent a day in the classroom as an educator give me lines like, well, you're just old and jaded. If you don't like it and you can't handle it, quit and find another job. Kids have always been like this. Nothing's new in 2023.
Oh, it's definitely new. Okay, the sort of attitudes we're seeing, it's definitely something we haven't seen before.
Droves of people that are trying to blame it on COVID and trying to blame it on the lockdown. Us not having any sympathy.
How long does the effects of lockdown last, you know?
Your children.
Okay, so like, lockdown happened my freshman year of high school, right? It happened like, it was springtime, right? It was spring. Like we were on spring break, and then literally the school was like emailed my mom, and I got the email too saying that stay at home for another week. There's been a pandemic or like outbreak of like some new like flu variant, because they didn't know it was COVID yet, right? And they were like, stay home for another week, and we're like, all right, chill, we're going back next week, and then the next week, oh yeah, stay home. So it's like, okay, and then the next week, and it just kept on going until they eventually said, yeah, just stay home for the next year. And then like, oh, like then we lost another whole year, sophomore year. Dude, I just couldn't stay home that much. Even though I did better at home, like it was surprising. I did really well at home, you know. But I just had to go to school. It was so peaceful though. Like if you go to school, it was so peaceful. And like if you had a chill, like I had a chill teacher my sophomore year, and we actually connected. Like he was so cool. Like he was so cool. Like he taught like I had him for one class, but one of my friends had him for another class. So I basically like I would skip one of my classes. Right? But it's not really skipping, because like in the classes you would go to class and you would still have to get on the Zoom call, because it would be like half and half learning. So like people would stay home or they would go to school. I was one of the kids that went to school, so I would still have to get on the Zoom call because there were still people at home, right? So I would skip that class just to go to the teacher I was talking about, right? And he was so chill with it. He was like, as long as you get on your class and just don't get me caught, then we chill. Bro, he was so cool, dude. He taught like history so well. Like I would be basically done with my class, and I'd be listening to him teaching his lesson. I'm not like my class. Like I already, like they would like, I don't know, like he wouldn't even be teaching. Like I already went to class, right? Because I would have him like in second period, and I'll be seeing him in fifth period, because I'd be skipping the teacher, like I said earlier. But then after his own class, I'll be learning the lesson again, because I'm like, okay. I'll be like listening it again. I'm like, okay, like listening again, making sure I got it. I got it during second period. So chill, such a chill teacher.
Children are missing the mark on discipline. They're missing the mark on education standards. They're missing the mark on literacy. They're missing the mark on socialization. We can blame it on COVID. We can blame it on iPads raising our kids. We can blame it.
I guess we can blame it on COVID, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's not that much of a COVID problem. I feel like after COVID, I wanted to go to school. I wanted to be in person, because I was like, dude, I was like cooped up at home, and I just didn't want to stay at home. Because I was like, yeah, I could just wake up and get home, but I was like, dude, I wanted to stretch my legs, dude. I don't know. It came to a point like to where I just wanted to go to school again. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. That's just me.
It on the fact that kids don't socialize with each other enough. We can blame it on the economy and the fact that parents don't have time to help their kids learn how to read, or don't have time to take their kids to the park anymore.
No, bro. How can you not have time to teach your own child? That is your kid over there, okay? There is no level of excuses. Well, I have to work all day. Then don't have the flippin' kid if you're going to make him literally brain dead, you know? God damn it.
You can blame it on all...
Dude, like before I got to third grade, like the summer before third grade, because like third grade in my district we would start learning multiplication, the times tables, and we start learning division as well, like later, like the last half of the year, I think. But literally the summer before third grade, I was like, my mother was teaching me like the times tables, like we did how like she would print out these like she would print out these papers with like times tables, right? And then my sister, who was at college at the time, right? She would help me with the times tables. Dude, I was sat down on the couch, no TV, doing the times tables. Like it was like that. It was like that.
All of those things, or we can blame it on none of those things. But it sounds like we're starting to get into a consensus here amongst educators that we have a real problem. And some of y'all need to stop making excuses. You're just blaming the kids. You're just so mean. No, we are not. The problem is that we have this.
I feel bad for teachers. Like, the teachers that are really trying, it's like they have to deal with these kids, and then, like, not, like, teachers don't even get paid as much. The teachers don't even get paid, like, unless you're, like, a professor, like, in a specific field, and, like, have a lot of classes, like, you're not gonna make that much money, right? Like, college professors make more money, because they're college professors. They go to certain classes they take certain classes to be more in depth into their subject that they're specializing in. But, like, dude, these teachers don't get paid nearly enough to deal with these kids, and to deal with these kids and not to get paid that much. Like, I would be pulling hair too. I'm like, I'm not even getting paid this much, and I'm dealing with these little asshole kids. Like, hell no, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
This generation of parents that doesn't want to take accountability for not doing what they need to do to raise kids that are self-sufficient, that are socialized.
That's shocking. A generation that doesn't want to take accountability. Never seen that one before.
Or kind. Yeah. And no, it's not the kid's fault. And why does it seem like teachers are the only ones that are talking about it? The people that are talking about it are the ones that work with the kids and not the ones that are raising the kids. Gen Alpha have been raised to believe that they are grown folks, that they can speak to whoever they want, however they want, that violence is the answer. Gen Alpha students are raised in a world that tells them that it's okay to be as nihilistic and individualistic as possible, that they don't have to care about anything or any.
True. I feel like selfishness is being encouraged so much. There's like, it's always about like freedom and personal, like, I don't know.
Be a boss, babe. Get your bag. Focus on yourself. I mean, yeah, do focus on yourself, obviously, but like, be nice, be kind. Be kind. Like, it's definitely this new, like, era of YouTubers, obviously, or content creators. I mean, I'm no better. I'm, like, literally just I technically officially started, like, this coming year, or this 2024, But I grew up on, like, Stampy Longhead, dude. I was raised to be kind. Like, I watch his videos every day, and yeah, I loved his videos. Like, I was raised on those kind of content creators. I was raised on, like, Jacksepticeye, like, Matt Pat. Oh, yeah, he's, like, leaving, too, and that's sad. Yeah, I saw that video, too. I saw that video already. He's quitting. Oh, such a legend, dude. Such a legend. I mean, such a legend. Legend.
Go for what you want rather than, I don't know, respecting everyone around you while pursuing what you want. And I feel like it's cool to be mean. It's cool to be not mean in the sense of words. Like, it's cool to be, I don't know, violent nowadays. It's cool to disrespect your elders and shit like that. Well, whereas when I was in school, I mean, there was obviously people doing that type of stuff, but they were kind of looked down upon by most of the people.
Oh yeah, facts.
Like, maybe I got.
Yeah, there would be kids that would do that, and like they wouldn't even be taken seriously. They would just get sent to the office, right, and they'd get just smacked by their parents. Like it wouldn't even and they would come back the next day all saying sorry to the teacher, or written them a letter like an apology letter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just didn't see that much, or like or they would do that, and like at recess, they'd be like, go stand by the wall, go face the wall, sit down at the wall, all right, line up at the wall and just sit there and watch everyone else play. That would be the worst. That'd be the worst. Your recess gets taken away. Just the worst.
Off scot-free. I got off lucky in my schooling experience where we didn't have too many morons there. Actually, we did have a few, but they're in high school at least. They're not kids.
One, that they can speak to anybody however they want to speak to them, even though they're only 10, 11, or 12 years old. Most importantly,
I can't imagine a 10-year-old mouthing to me,
believe that they are immune to
Wait a minute, I see it every day in my comment section. God damn it.
Them, even though they're only 10, 11, or 12 years old. Most importantly, they are being conditioned to believe that they are immune to consequences. That there are no consequences to their poor behavior, to their rudeness, to their lack of care and completing tasks and doing well in school. They
just comment and tweet in it and just like Instagram anything they want and not like really have any like consequences. Like Asmon Gold said that same thing. Like he I saw one of his videos like literally I think 2 days ago or a day ago or last night, I can't remember. But he literally said he doesn't respond to Twitter hate or to anything Twitter like that because it's just no accountability. Like he's just an anonymous tweeter or someone that's tweeting, and like you're not gonna take responsibility. You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm dumb for that. You know, there's no like accountability for that. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. No real accountability because anonymous. You're just an anonymous face in on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You're just that one person that managed to do a based or just managed to do a favored tweet and get like a lot of likes. That's it.
Just don't care. Is this us demonizing kids for fun?
I feel like all of them don't care about grades now because they all think they can be social media influencers because you
yeah. Totally. You know, totally. I'm just doing this as a side hustle. See, like I want to see if this gets anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I'm enjoying uploading. You know what I'm saying? I'm a noob, getting used to it. You know what I'm saying? Being consistent. I'm not consistent at all, but it's just, you know, I'm just seeing if this works. If this works, it works. You know, if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, and you know, there's a lot. Just if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is.
You know, some 10-year-old is blowing up on TikTok or something's happening there because not like they enforce their TOS or whatever. What's the age on TikTok? Isn't it 13 or something? They don't really give a shit. I've seen tons of like kid influencers go viral all the time.
Not really much better.
And if not, it's like the parents who own the account or whatever and are still letting their kid pretty much operate it and stuff like that.
Every Instagram channel is just basically an OnlyFans channel. You think it's like, oh yeah, this dude has memes, let's go, and then all of a sudden like a week later start posting girls and like start posting ads. I'm just like, oh, seeing another channel become a sellout. Sad. It's sad. Like literally, I would be scrolling through Instagram. All of a sudden, I'm like, why am I getting like girls on my page? Like, you know, like why am I getting girls on my page? Why am I getting like these OnlyFans like ads on my page? Like on my For You page, and I look at the channel, it's like, and it has like a meme picture, right? And I was like this, and I realized this used to be and I look at this page used to be a meme page, and I was like, yo, what? This like sold their channel, they sold their like their Instagram account to like some other person to promote like OnlyFans. I'm just like, bro, come on, like how much money were they giving you? Like, come on, bruh. It's like, I get it. Like, I don't know if I would become a sellout too, because it's like, I don't know how much money to give him. Like, shoot. It might be a lot, so we don't know. Like, golly.
That, I don't know, man. It's tough. Like, not everybody's going to get to be an influencer. You still got to focus on your goddamn studies, okay? It's very unlikely to be making it, especially now when it's even more saturated than ever before.
Like,
you can argue that you have, like, more opportunities and shit like that. But like I said earlier, come on, as an influencer, I will recommend, God damn it, unless you're actually already somewhat doing well in school, or you believe you have the skills to do it. I don't know, bro. Just don't bother. Especially if you can't even treat the people around you properly. Like, you're not gonna last very well on the internet.
We are frightened for these kids. And if you're sitting back saying, oh my God, poor babies, like, I wish you would just quit talking about them because you're just being mean and it's not even helpful because kids are just kids, you are doing them absolutely a disservice to their future.
Kids are kids, but they're kids reflecting the way parents raise their kids. It's like it used to be the norm where it's like if you acted out, it'd be like, oh, they allow them to do that at home, or they like, oh, they're disrespectful at home, right? And it made the parents look bad. Like it would make the parents look bad, and you would get punished for that. You know, you don't represent just you. You represent your parenting, the parenting skills of your parents, or your mom and dad. So it's like, so you would get smacked. My parents would smack me so fast. I remember one time I was crying in a Walmart, and my dad just turned around and backhanded me in the face, bro. I shut up real quick. I shut up real quick.
This is not just an old people complaining about young people problem anymore. Young people in Generation Z, young teachers who are seeing the same thing I'm seeing.
Oh, I thought it was attacking Gen Z. I was like, bro, I'm like, we're not all that bad. We're not all that bad.
With my two eyeballs are talking about the same thing. You can call it an old folks complaining about young folks to admit that there's a problem here. We cannot get anywhere near even talking about the solutions. We cannot raise a generation of kids that are this tuned out, that are this rude, that are this violent to each other, to adults, to can't do it.
I don't know. I just haven't seen videos on that. I just haven't seen videos of like kids like that hitting people. I would have to see it to believe it. I'm not gonna lie, but I will take her word for it. I'll trust her enough to where she's not capping.
Goddamn, you know, okay, so I've made like 50 videos talking about how bad Gen Z is, but goddamn, I can't imagine the kids of Gen Z, dude. Oh my god, and that's kind of what we're seeing here. I don't know. I guess Gen Alpha would be like a mix of millennials and Gen Z kids, but like Gen Z kids would be probably very low, unless, I don't know, some people be, I don't know, having kids at 15. You never know at this point. My 4-year-old grandson can already spell his name. What is going on in public school? Parents who don't care about their education and teachers who can't teach. So my kids are in the 7th grade, and these are the same things they're telling me about their classmates. Kids arguing with their teachers, yelling at them, and overall disrespectful and disruptive. My kids are genuinely appalled by some of the classmates' behavior. There's a very real problem that exists, and we are losing teachers due to this type of behavior. I think there's a lot of narcissism in the air. Just, I don't know, being learned from the internet, being learned from their parents, and they just kind of think they're invincible. But, you know, life will eventually smack you in the face, but hopefully it does when you're young.
It will. Like I said, the harder, like the bigger you think you are, the harder you're gonna fall, dude. You're gonna have such a hard reality check. Like one day it might not be in school. Like one day you might just have such a hard reality check. It might just knock you down. Like it comes a time where you just get a fat reality check, and it's gonna hit you like a truck. It's just gonna hit some people like a truck.
Because when you're old, that's gonna be it's gonna be a much bigger smack, and you're not gonna be able to recover very quickly. So if you're dealing with any of these,
say some of that shit to like an actual like person, and you say this to the wrong person, dude, you're gonna get punched, or you're gonna end up in a fight that you're not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just gonna get embarrassed.
Kids, I don't know, slap them in the.
And then you realize that, like, oh, I'm a bitch.
Face a couple times, so they start learning, you know. Keemstar has weighed in here. Kids are dumb AF now. Keem is pretty much a Gen Alpha kid, I'd say, because this dude's got pissy at me for losing an Among Us, bro. God damn it, 40-year-old man.
These kids can't read. They can't decode. They have no vocabulary, no background knowledge. I've never seen anything like it. For context, for 8 years, I taught a self-contained program for significant language-based learning disabilities. Like, it was
I understand that, yeah.
the most restrictive environment.
It
was the step before.
Class, but I had dyslexia, and I had a hard time like reading and not writing, but I had a hard time like reading and comprehending. So I went to like a help class like every other day or something at a certain time, and it really helped. It helped. It gave me strategies on how to read and read and comprehend better. Like, it definitely helped. But like, yeah, it's hard, and you just gotta learn how to combat dyslexia and ADHD sometimes. Like, you gotta find your own tools that work for you.
Being sent to a specialized school, and my 5th graders with significant language-based learning disabilities could write better than non-disabled 7th graders can now.
Oh my god, when 5th graders who have disabilities can do better than non-disabled 7th.
Not just normal disabilities. These are people like with severe disabilities. Like I didn't have severe disabilities. Like, I only had like dyslexia, right? And it wasn't like incredibly bad. But these kids are are incredibly like handicapped in learning, right? So like they're like struggling to even read. They're struggling to even read and write, right? Like, these are heavy disabilities. This is not just like regular disabilities.
7th graders. That's definitely a shift. That's definitely what I was talking about with the IQ drops happening, like an actual active IQ drop, dude. I don't know if it's a flex to be considered this stupid, man. This is not something to brag about. This is not something to be happy about with your generation. This is embarrassing.
Gen Alpha is like the lowest IQ rating in history.
This is embarrassing. Not being able to read and write. Like, I don't know if these people think that it's useful. Like, these are not useful skills anymore because they see people on social media. I think influencers are a lot of the cause of this, okay? Because, you know, obviously parents give them access to the internet, and then these kids learn from these influencers that, hey, I can be a complete freaking moron and still make shit tons of money on the internet. And that's, I think, that's the message being sent to absolutely every kid nowadays.
You can be a complete yeah, definitely. When I was a kid, I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to be a streamer. And like, I guess I'm starting to become a YouTuber. I guess a newbie at it, but I don't think like this isn't gonna be my plan one. You know, this isn't gonna be my plan one. Like, I'm still going to school. I'm still gonna become a teacher. Like, that's my plan A. This is only really like a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like a hustle. See where it goes.
Like, I don't know, I saw like some statistic or something. Now about like 85 to 90% of kids, their number one desired job is either YouTuber or streamer.
Yeah.
And after that, we have like, I don't know, 5% of doctor or something like that. For guys, it's like a football player or something like that.
I wanted to be an archaeologist. I want to be an archaeologist. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to dig up dinosaurs because I thought they were cool. I mean, we all think dinosaurs are cool. I mean, like, come on. But now I changed and I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Life changes, interest changes, and who knows? Like, I'm still young, so it's like my choices might change too. Who knows?
That girls, it's like artist or something, but all of those pale in comparison to YouTuber streamers. So it's definitely so. I do see a connection. I do see a connection. I guess
we did 16 when she first uploaded her like when she first really took off, or when she first really uploaded her first music video, or her first like sample music, like dude, like, you know how like much is like, oh shoot, like a 16-year-old could do it, maybe I can do it too. And I don't know, dude, it's just like she just had the it factor, you know, she had the it factor.
Start promoting smart influencers rather than a bunch of idiots. God damn it.
They can't write a sentence.
Basically,
they don't know what state they live in. They don't know what region of
7th graders don't know what state they live in? Nah, bro. Ain't no way.
It's bad even for adults too. Like, you ask them adults like some like history questions, and it's just bad. They don't even know too, and like dude, it's just bad. And Gen Alpha not knowing what state they're in is horrible.
They have no background knowledge. Most of them don't know who the president is.
But he's basically me.
It's Kai Cenat.
They're coming to school with no background knowledge. They have very low skills. And yes, part of my job is to help them find those skills. And as a special education teacher, like, I'm obviously going to be working with students who require specialized instruction.
She's probably really patient as well.
Specifically my students.
To deal with kids with disabilities, even like with just slight dyslexia or mild dyslexia, it can be draining. Like, it can be draining. You have to have a lot of patience.
I'm talking about students in the grade, period. And this was the case last year. They can't take notes. They can't even attend to a video. They can't even attend to a 3-minute video clip. I can play it. I can tell them what it's going to be about. I can summarize what the video did, and not a single one can tell me what the video was about.
Oh my god.
Kids' attention spans are fucked.
You can't even watch a video, dude? Okay. I can totally attest to this, okay? Being a YouTuber on the internet and trying to get views for the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's so facts though. It's like old YouTube and new YouTube are so different. It's like new YouTube was kind of like a podcast kind of style video. Like videos where you could just play a game, or you could like you play a game and then you just kind of just talked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you play Minecraft and you just talked. You know what I'm saying, about certain subjects, or the podcast kind of style, like I said. But then like we grew to a point where it's like, if something doesn't happen in a video, like if something interesting doesn't happen in a video, like every like 10 seconds, like we're just like, oh, click out the video. It's just so bad nowadays. The attention span is just so bad. Like, I'm not better, dude. I'm not even better. I'm not gonna be honest. I mean, I like to think I'm a little bit better, but like, still, dude, it's hard. Like, Instagram, TikTok, like, just ruins it. And Snapchat too. It has like the new feature where you can start scrolling. I don't think a lot of people use it, but like, still has that feature too. Like, golly.
You know, Jesus Christ, it is a struggle, because like, you know, it's a struggle between going Mr. Beast route and just shoving shit on the screen every 2 seconds, because that's gonna up the retention and that's gonna give a shit ton of views. And like literally 2 months ago, if you noticed, I was putting SpongeBob images every like.
I did notice that, and I didn't want to do that because I was like, I want to do like the old school type of YouTube kind of play, not very like edited videos, you know. Like, not like heavy edited videos, and just like, just talk. Just talk to people. Try to connect to people.
3 seconds in my videos, and that's what went most viral. I was getting like, I got like 4 videos in a row which got 1 million views or something, and they were all because I spammed the SpongeBob images. But eventually, I couldn't watch the content, bro. I was like, this is not worth it. I'm making thousands of dollars here, but I'm also corrupting the attention span of these goddamn kids. Basically. So I was just like, okay, I gotta take it back a notch, and luckily, I'm in the commentary genre where the audience is a little bit older than most other genres like gaming or whatever.
Like,
so
I upload Roblox videos, and that's more towards like kids. But I definitely think that I don't upload kid content. Like the one like my Combat Warrior video, that was definitely not for kids. Like it was bloody and gory, missing body parts. I put all my videos as non kids. I swear. So like I put it as not friendly kids, and you know what I'm saying, I was like, no, this is not for kids.
I have a little bit of leeway there because I cannot spam the screen every 2 seconds and you guys will still watch because you want to actually hear some of the words I say. At least some of you will just got kind of fucking click off because got that skibbity attention span. Oh, this is sad, man. Not even
especially new YouTubers, dude. Oh, dude, it's a struggle.
Video? Well, like back.
Look at me. I'm trying to make it out of here. I'm trying to throw my hat in the ring.
In my day, when you played a video in class, everyone was excited. Everyone would listen. They'd drop what they were doing and they'd look at it because a YouTube video in class was so freaking rare.
A 6-10 minute video would be a movie. Everyone would shut up and just listen, but it would be a movie.
It's like, damn, this is a movie here.
Like 10 minutes. I am burned out. It's September. It has not been a full month yet. So let me tell you, you know what I'm talking about if you're teaching right now. I saw another teacher from another school across the street from our school walking to her car this afternoon, and she looked like she could barely walk to her car, and I was like, we're almost to Thanksgiving, like, trying to be friendly, and she was like, just unloaded on me. She's like, I've been teaching for 34 years. I've never had it this hard. What is
34 years.
These kids, not in a bad way, but like, I don't know how to reach them. I feel like I'm one lesson that used to take a day is taking a week now.
Okay, guys, I know the solution to all of this. You gotta play Subway Surfers in the background. That's the only way these kids are gonna learn.
And basically, whenever I say kids can't read, they are reading at either a kindergarten or a first grade level. When it comes to spelling, I'm seeing a lot of children who can't even spell the word said, for, mother, father in the fourth or fifth grade.
Right? I struggle with writing sometimes in spelling, right? Because of my dyslexia. But I guess I can't really use an excuse anymore because I'm in college. But I have struggles with some big words too. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I have brain farts and I can't even spell like big words sometimes. I'm just like, I know this word, but it's like I just have a brain fart. Like I understand that, but I definitely got way better.
You can't spell the word for? Huh? For?
Which makes me wonder what's going to happen when they're in middle school and high school.
The fact that I have
jobless
fourth graders who cannot read independently
gonna attempt to become streamers and fail.
It's just like, one, what am I supposed to do? Because teachers are not miracle workers. If I'm required to teach fourth grade standards, the fourth grade standards do not include me teaching phonics. Now,
that is true. It's like you're trying to teach fourth grade level, but the kids are not even at fourth grade level. They're still at like kindergarten level, and you're supposed to bring them to speed. That's not your job. Your job is to teach fourth grade level. It's tough, and I'm gonna have to go through that. It's like because it's like you need to teach because for me, I need to teach middle school for a little bit, then I can go to high school, and then I go back to the college, and then I need to do this, that, and the third, and then certain time teaching, then I might get bumped up, because my main plan is to teach in college. That's the dream.
I understand RTI, the MTSS process, and different safety nets like that, but doing that for 30 minutes a day is not going to solve the problem. So what is really the expectation? Are we just going to continue to fail the students and not teach them how to read? Like, what is
I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, bro. I guess just keep failing them until they learn. I don't know, bro. I would not know how to deal with this, bro. This level of stupidity. At least I criticize it through the internet. I haven't had to deal with that IRL.
Like I like how the parent-teacher conference would actually be like to talk to the parents about like your kid, about the parent's kid. But I think we should have like a parent-teacher conference and like bring in the parents like instead of the parent-teacher conference being about the kids, the parent-teacher conference should be about the parents. Like how are things at home? You know what I'm saying? Like educate the parents to teach your kids better.
You know, at least too much. Obviously, I'm not out there at the playground interacting with the kids. That would be weird.
Hit the parents.
But kind of glad I'm not a kid nowadays, dude. I grew up when people were still smart and people.
I'm so glad I'm in college now because it's like at least people are in college because it's like they want to learn. You know what I'm saying? They want to learn. And people are trying to learn. Like, I'm so glad I'm in college now. I'm like, I'm so glad.
We're still sort of okay. I work at a high school in Canada. It's no better. You cannot fail students until they reach the 10th grade. What? You can't? You can literally hand in a blank piece of paper for every assignment up until the 10th grade and you'll pass. That's brain dead. You should be able to fail at any grade, I feel.
I didn't actually know that. I always got like A's and B's in elementary school. I always thought like they would actually fail your ass.
Like except maybe like preschool or something. Imagine being the kid that fails preschool. Ay, bro, you're in for a tough time. The vandalism gets worse every year. The entitlement gets worse every year. More and more teachers are quitting every year due to lack of support from the administration and the districts. Discipline doesn't exist anymore. The next generation is absolutely effed, bro. And honestly, you know, some of it is their fault, but a lot of it is not their fault. It's just the circumstances they're growing up in. What do you do when the internet is shoveling you garbage? Your parents are stupid as frick, and they're shoveling you garbage, and there's nowhere to turn. Like, compare the amount of sensible influencers on the internet versus the amount of idiots on the internet. Like, the idiots vast outweigh anything you could possibly think of. So it's really hard.
The more stupid you are, and the more like stupid jokes you make, and the more like fast-paced the video is, the better it does in this day and age. That's why I miss old YouTube. Like, old YouTube was like you actually could connect with your viewers. Now it's just like, oh, challenge videos. Oh, how many can we do? How much can we do?
Really hard to prevent them.
Oh, fast, this, that, and the third. Oh, cut to this part. Oh, we're doing this. Now we're racing. Now we're on the racetrack. Now we're playing basketball. It's like,
from actually not going into some sort of rabbit hole where they think like, I don't know, reading and writing is not a useful task, a useful skill to learn, you know? Raised by Drama Lord, bro. If you were raised by Keemstar, I'm sorry. I still go to school and definitely see this from other students. It's TikTok fault. I will be that old man dying on that hill. It's all TikTok's fault. It probably is, bro. It probably is. Bro, we got an automated bot who's somehow on point. Now that's horrible. I blame TikTok and the shorts these social media companies are doing, bro. Any trick to fry the brain cells of the kids. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you thought and how you will be raising your kids.
Dude, if I was raising my kid, dude, I feel like I'm gonna homeschool my kids. I don't know. Like, I really think I'm gonna homeschool my kids. If the way the school system is going now, like kids just doing this and like woke teachers, I might just homeschool my kids. And I really think we should, you know, bring back not like spanking our kids. Like it's kind of a lost art, kind of a lost thing. Lost discipline. We used to just hit our kids every time they were acting up. Now people don't do that. It's like, oh yeah, I don't want to hit them. It's like, hit them. They'll get over it.
That's pretty much it. Click this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
These kids can't.
Yeah. Check out his video. There'll be links in the description. Subscribe to his channel, and subscribe to my channel too. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it too. If people do comment, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Because it's crazy out here. It's crazy. But yeah. Stay blessed. Have a good day.